Here is what Europeans don't understand about NASCAR. What you are looking at are 24 cars packed so tightly together that most people wouldn't even park their cars this close. And these guys are doing 320 kilometers an hour. And they're not shy about making contact and bumping each other, especially the second row pushing the first, as the front row is the one slowing the whole pack down due to air resistance. One small mistake from any driver at the front could wipe out at least half of the 36 cars in the race. Europeans think F1 is superior, but really, it's like comparing chess and poker, completely two different games, both equally hard to master. NASCAR races usually last 3 to 4 hours, where drivers sit in 50 to 60 degrees Celsius, with their heart rate sitting in the 160 to 180 beats per minute range during a race, and losing up to 4 kilograms of body mass, similar to F1 drivers, pushing many drivers to absolute exhaustion, while covering often 800 to even 1,000 kilometers during a single race. That's a distance from Berlin to Paris, with a total average speed between 240 and 290 kilometers an hour. And they do that almost every week for 10 months straight, as there are about 36 races every year across the United States. And some drivers do so-called double duty and run 2 races, the Indianapolis 500 and the Coca-Cola 600, in one day. That is 1,800 kilometers of flat-out racing in a single day. On some smaller tracks like Bristol Motor Speedway, where a full lap only takes around 15 seconds and turns are taken only at about 200 kilometers per hour, drivers experience between 3 to 4 G of lateral force, and they feel that load roughly 9 seconds out of every 15-second lap, experiencing the same G-force astronauts experience during the space shuttle launch. The race isn't only about being in the lead, as being in the lead slows you down due to air resistance. There are easily 20 to 40 lead changes during a single race, with some races going up to 70. And even though they cover 800 kilometers in a single race, the victory is decided by a gap smaller than your phone, as it's not unusual for the winning margin to be measured in tenths or hundredths of a second, with a record margin of 4/10,000ths of a second during the 2018 Xfinity Series, with both drivers crossing the finish line at around 298 kilometers per hour.